Okay, we're going to do a simple valve adjustment on a 4 to 5.0 high output. Right now we're going to work on this number 3 cylinder right here with the exhaust and the intake valves. What you want to do is you want to crank the motor over and watch for the exhaust. You want to do it in a specific order so that you don't adjust it wrong. Okay, went through the sequence. The exhaust is going down and the intake's going down now. Alright, now the intake is up. What you want to do is you want to adjust the intake first. So what you want to do is you want to get the exhaust to just start to open. Right when it's just about to open right there, this is when you adjust your intake. And the reason you do this is with performance cams, you won't be on the base circle. Sometimes you'll have both valves open at the same time, where the exhaust is coming up as the intake is already starting to open. So what you want to do is you loosen this that adjuster nut, and inside there is a 3/16 set screw. Loosen that up as well. Alright, that's all loose. Then what you want to do is you could let it sit for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, just to get a little bit of a preload off of the lifter. Then what you want to do is you want to just kind of finger tighten it and spin the push rod in the back as well, just to kind of feel some resistance. Once you feel it getting hard to spin, you're pretty much at 0 lash, and just try to move the rocker in its manner. Once there's no play in it, it's pretty much right there at 0 lash. Then what you do is you get your Allen set screw, you tighten it up, or just get it in contact with the nut, back it off 3/16 of a turn, and then you tighten the adjuster nut. Typically you go anywhere between 1/4 and a half turn. Right there, that's pretty tight right there, and that's not quite a half turn. You don't want to go no more than a half turn. If you go more than a half a turn, then you need to loosen it up, repeat this step, and back off that set screw just a little bit less than you did before. Now we're going to do the exhaust. Okay, now we're going to adjust the exhaust. And what you want to do is adjust it as soon as the intake closes. That's when you want to adjust your exhaust. So we're going to crank it over. Exhaust is open. It's closed. Intake's going down. It's open all the way. It's coming back up. And right there. Just stopped. Okay, so now with the reason why we do that is now that we know that the exhaust is definitely on the base circle, which is the flattest part on your cam. So you go ahead and loosen it up. And you do pretty much the same thing. And again, the reason why you want to do it in the order of intake and then exhaust is when there's overlap in the cam, which there's going to be some cylinders where it's like that with a performance cam, which is what I have. Right, that's set for about 20 seconds. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and tighten it up. It's easier to just feel the rocker and wiggle it slightly, just real easily. And then once it gets a little bit tighter, try to spin that push rod. Once there's no more play, you're at 0 lash. If not, just a hair more. Go ahead and get that snug and then back it off 3/16. Go ahead, do it again. And 1/4, and just past the 1/4 right there. It's not quite half, and that's nice and tight right there. It's all good. And that's how you adjust your rockers right there. That cylinder is done. Now to move to the next. You could go in the firing order, but it's easier to just work on one side and be sure that you didn't miss anything. Okay, exhaust is just starting to go down. Intake is when I'm supposed to adjust it. This is supposed to be tight. Look at how loose that is. Look at that movement. That's supposed to be tight right there with a preload on it. I totally adjusted it wrong last time. Alright, here's an example of what I was saying about both valves being open at the same time right here on this number 7 cylinder right here, these two. Right here, check this out. Alright, the exhaust is just opening right now. Alright, it's coming back up. And watch the intake right now. Intake starts opening right there, and the exhaust is still coming up. Exhaust now is up. And see how that is right there? Let me go back. See right there, that point right there, where the intake just starts right there as the exhaust is still coming up. That's why you need to adjust the intake, then the exhaust. In that manner, this one was adjusted before already. So I just wanted you to see that.